Okay, so good day everyone. Welcome back to this video. So today we're going to be talking about our data sets. Naturally, I think I mentioned that before. I said your data set or your pixels, normally, naturally it's called pixels. Your pixels is what enables you to be able to track activities on your website from your Facebook. That's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to go about it. Now, I've gone back to using my old, the already established let me make my this invisible, annotate. Okay, spotlight. I believe you can see my mouse now. So I've gone back to using my very old business manager. So if you scroll to the bottom, this is what I was trying to say. You see something called business manager. So if I click on this now, it's going to take me to another separate platform. So what it says, Meta Business Suite is the updated version of Business Manager settings. That's why that new Business Manager I created does not give you this ability to go to the Business Manager settings, but rather you can do everything you want to do from here. So that's why in the last video, I talked about how to still navigate the interface. But if I were to go to Business Manager settings, this here is going to take me to, you get. So okay, let me click on it again. We'll go to business manager setting. You get. So how can we improve new setting experience? So I can basically do anything and just include, I prefer the previous manager settings. Yeah, so I can just click on send feedback. Okay, so you see that automatically it created a new tab taking me to the previous business settings. So I'm going to just show you how it is on the previous business settings. You get how we use it, but I will also go back for those who have the new experience because I'm anticipating that majority of you here, you are just creating your business manager for the very first time. So therefore, you will just be stuck to the previous manager settings. So here now, you can see it. You see the settings is quite different. You see on this right hand side, you just see basically everything here. And then we click here and you see at the top Ads Manager, business settings, that's the shortcuts, events manager, audience billing, commerce, and everything. So it's still quite similar, but just that I'm very much familiar with these settings. Yeah, so have uh, for those that have these old settings, you can come from here. So what we want to do is want to manage data sets or events generally. So if you can look at the data sources here, so we have pixels, offline events, data set. Naturally, we go to pixels, but recently Facebook started calling it data set. So it's data sets that we're going to be looking at. So normally if we're from here, we can just click on, if you click on data set here, it's just to set the necessary permissions. You get, if you click on data set here, is to set the necessary permissions here. So if we're going to add anybody to this pixel, there are multiple people on this particular business manager, managing this manager. So we can decide to add people so they can manage this data set. We can decide to assign partners, so assign people, assign partners like another account and all that, or assign assets like other account and everything to the manager. Okay, but that's not what we want to do here. So if you want to add anybody, for example, if I click on now it's on Credit Stop on Credorax Pixel. I click on assign people, for example. I can now select everybody. I want everybody to have full control, or I don't want everybody to have full control. I want to give Darlington and King take my full control over this particular data set. I'll just come here, I'll click on assign. You get, cannot add to the try again with our contact Facebook, So I don't know, but basically that's just how it is. So let's see. Let me see. Let's just try one person. You get full event data set. So let's click on assign. Okay, one person has been added, so probably that's just how to add. So if I had to add someone else, I'll also do the same thing. So I don't know why it did not give me the option to do that. Okay, this is how to assign people. So if I had to assign an asset, for example, I can say, okay, I want to assign which other account, expand easy ad account. I want to assign expand easy ad account to this Gregorex pixel. So I can just do that like that. So that when I'm using the expand easy ad account, um, I'll be able to use the pixels to get. So that's that. So I've already assigned the assets. So you can see connected assets, you can see expand easy account, expand easy backup account, and all that. So that's just how it works. So I can do that for anything. So this, if you want to assign people, assign assets to the event manager. But that's not the major purpose of this video. The major purpose of this video is to show you how to set up your data set and install it on your website. You get how to set up your data set and install it on your website. That's what we're going to be covering here on this video. You get so I will break it down because I don't want the videos to be too cumbersome. So I'll break it down with the part one or the part two just to make everything easy for you guys to follow through. So I'm going to go back to our previous, that's our new business manager settings. So I'll come back to this Meta Business Suite here. Once I come back here to new Meta Business Suite, so that I can show you how you can navigate from here for those who have who's going to be having difficulty using the old one because they don't have it. So this is the new one you use it. So that's why I'm going to come here. So okay. So from here now, okay, this one business manager. So it's quite different. It's quite different, anyways. So if I come, I'm supposed to see all tools, but it's okay, okay. So I'll use a new business manager to show you how it's done because from here now I'm having a little bit of difficulty navigating that. So let's just go back to the previous settings. But I think I showed you how to do it. So basically, if you're on the new business manager setting, on the previous video, I talked about it. You click something like this. You're going to see event manager here from what we did on the previous video. So you're going to see event manager. Once you click on event manager, it's going to take you to the It's going to take you here to set up your data sets. That's what it's going to do. You get so it's going to take you to where you can actually set up your data sets. So okay, so we're here now, and you can see it's on currently is an overview. But we want to go to data source. We want to go to data sources. So if we go to data sources, for you, you have no pixel already. You have no pixel already. So this is what you are going to do to create a new pixel. Let me take this away from here. You get so you have no pixel already, and you want to start. So it's going to be very easy. Normally, naturally, you just see here to create a new pixel. You get so you can click on connect data sources. If you go to this side, you click on connect data sources. So click on connect data sources here. You can say web, connect your website to share activity that occurs online. So this is where you want to actually select your web because we're talking about connecting your Facebook, your business manager to your website. So it's web. So you are going to click on next. So once you click on next, it's going to ask you to name the data. So we're going to use tutorial, expand easy tutorial pixel. Or let me use data sets. Data set. I'm used to calling it pixel because that's the initial language before Facebook changed the language. So expand easy tutorial data set. So I'll click on create. So once I click on create, so I'm going to see it here. So automatically you see it here. So it's asking to connect with a partner or to connect manually. But I'll come back here. I'll come back here. So when you do this naturally, the assumption is that you already have your website set up. And what is going to be provided in this video will be teaching you how to set up your website using WordPress. So if you're connecting with a partner, you are going to be using WordPress here. If you're connecting with a partner, you're going to be using WordPress here. But then there may be some of you that have your website built by a developer. So you did not use WordPress, you don't know how to build website, but you already have an existing website. Obviously, for the purpose of running ads, you may not necessarily need to create a new website, right? You don't necessarily need to create a new website. You just want to give your, because there was a client I was running out for who does data, he sells data online. So he created the website for data. And obviously it was done by a developer. So what you do if you are in that situation where you need a developer to install the pixels. So what is pixels? The pixels are more or less like codes. Do you understand? They are codes that are given or like instruction, set of instruction that is put in the header section of your website to give access to the tracker, the Facebook tracker, so that they'll be able to get information your regarding your website. So whatever you're tracking for leads, you're tracking for landing views, whatever you're tracking for, if you're tracking a button, it's going to be able to do that. So based on the code, the instruction that has already been given to the computer, Do you understand? So that's that. So if we're connecting with a partner, for example, we use WordPress. But if we're connecting manually, we can come here now. You say, okay, MetaPixel conversion API recommended. Or we're using MetaPixel for this first, just MetaPixel only. We click on next. Once we click on next, it will take us to. I'm just going to show this once, but I'll still expatiate on that. We click on next. Okay, see instruction. So if we click on see instructions here, it's going to take us to where we see. Okay, so instruction has loaded on the background. So I'll click on finish here. So you can see now it has created a code and it has given us instructions. So this is what you do. The pixel code is a snippet of JavaScript that's added to the header section of your website. The pixel has two parts, the base code and the event tags. So what you do is you have to copy this code. So you click on copy. Once you copy this code here. So what I normally recommend you do, like the client I worked with already has an established website. What I did was I created a document and I pasted the code and I gave the instruction. So I copied this code. So let's just say I come down here to drive. I come down to my drive here. I create a new file. So let's say I create a new file. I come new here, a Google Doc. So I've already copied the pixel code. So what I'm going to do is just simple. I'll copy the pixel code. So I'll come down here. I'm going to paste the pixel code. I'm going to paste the pixel code here. So if I paste the pixel code, okay, let me go back. It's still loading, that's why. Network is a bit slow, so okay. I pasted the pixel. Let me control A in case I've done it multiple times. I will do it again. So I'll paste the pixel code here. So this code, the instruction that is given here is quite simple. It says paste the pixel code into the bottom of the header section just above the close head tag. Install the base code on every page of your website. So what the instruction you give is you just copy this, install the base code, paste the pixel code, you copy this like this if you want to give it to your developer. So you are not the developer yourself, you don't understand how it works. Do you understand? So this is what you do. You now tell the developer, okay, come here. So I can now say instructions. Paste the above code into the bottom of the header section, just above the close header tags. You understand? Install the base code. And then when you're not just going to do it for one page alone. So if you have 100 pages on your website, or you have 10 pages on your website, like your home, your about, your whatever page, you're going to install this code, everything, not some, everything here. You are going to paste it just above the close header tag on all pages. That way, the activities can be tracked. So that's the instruction you will give to your developer. Yes, and there are also other situations where you may need to install this. Probably you want to install more than one pixel on the particular website. You can also use this code. You use something on WordPress. We're also going to look at that. But this is just how this particular, we do this. You understand? This is just how we do this. So once you do that, you click on continue. Can turn this on, advanced matching, click on continue like that. And then you are done with that first. Then the next thing we'll now look at is how to track. So we'll now set up events for that particular website that you are tracking. Do you get it? So when we now come to event setup too, but we're not going to do that now. We're going to do that subsequently once we use, because we're going to be using a partner integration for this purpose. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be using a partner integration to actually track. So we'll go back here. So now, normally, like I said, from that point, before I started talking about the from that point, there are two things you could do. You could use a partner, connect using a partner, or you could connect using the connect manually. So I just explained how to connect manually for those who don't have webs, who are not building their website. Because on this particular training, we're going to be showing you how to buy your domain, how to install WordPress, so you'll be able to build your own website for yourself using WordPress. So if you're using WordPress, what you need to do, okay? So if you're using WordPress, so this is Expand Easy tutorial like this. So if you are using WordPress, what you will need to do is, we're going to be looking at that in the next video again, so that I don't want to carry this video here. So I'm going to be looking at that in the video. So what you need to do is to use partner integration, WordPress. There's something I'm going to do. So I'm going to set up my WordPress website now. I'll set up, so I'll show you how to do everything. Do you get? So I'll set it up, and then I'll see you in the next video.